Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra Ezeji Anyele, your marriage solution coach. In today's video, we are going to talk about a topic that people have been asking me most of the times. It's about in-laws and extended families. So we titled today's video, How to Manage Extended Families and In-laws in Marriages. In-laws and extended families is something that we cannot really do without. Now, tell me in the comment section, has you ever seen someone that is just the husband and the wife without any relative? By relative, I mean father, mother, aunties, cousins, nephews. Have you ever seen? Let me have it in the comment section. So we will know that there is no marriage without extended families. That is the point we want to establish. If we have established that there's no marriage without extended families or in-laws, then it goes to show that all over the world, anywhere marriage is done, there must be extended families and there must be in-laws. We cannot cut them off. No matter the kind of relationship we are into, you cannot cut these people off. If you want to enjoy your marriage, there are certain things you need to do as a wife and as a husband. Remember, in this channel, I don't just talk about the wife. I don't just talk about the female gender. I talk about both genders, because it's only when a man and a woman comes together in the name of marriage that marriage can be done. You get it, right? So I don't do only the man or only the woman. I don't do that. Now, if we agree that marriage is a union of both the man and the woman, it also means that both the man and the woman should have relatives. And these relatives will now translate to maybe in-laws. You get it, right? There are things you need to do for you to enjoy your marriage. There's something I tell my counselees. There's something I tell them, especially when they are about to get married, or even those that are newly married. I tell them, I say, look, something that will always be on your lips is, I will enjoy my marriage. I will not manage my marriage. We have already established in our previous videos that there's no marriage without crisis. Yes, we've established that. So, does it mean that because you have said that you enjoy your marriage, you will not manage it? Does it now mean that you won't have crisis? No, that's not the area we are discussing today. That's not the point we are talking about. But what it means is that is what is going to help you to understand that for you to enjoy your marriage or for you to have joy in your marriage is dependent on you. Yes, it's dependent on you. So I'm going to list out some points that will help you to manage both the extended family and your in-laws. Yes, I'm going to list out some points. And these points, I did not just come up with them. They are tried and tested. Tried and tested in the sense that a lot of people have used this method and it's working out. If you're already married, you can still use it. There's nobody that says that you cannot change or you cannot adopt new things, to make your marriage the heaven that you want it to be. It all depends on you. Now, the first thing I want you to have in mind is that you have to train yourself to be committed in your marriage. That's the first thing. You know why I say it's the first thing? It's the first thing because even before you get married, you're already planning in your mind by doing so many things in order for you to enjoy your marriage. So it is not when you are married that you start planning. No, it is before you get married. You are telling yourself, this is what I want to do. This is how I want my marriage to be. This is, how I want people to see my marriage. My marriage will be so beautiful that people will want to get married. It is before you get married. People make the mistake of thinking that it's when they get married. And they have high expectations. And when those expectations are not met, there becomes a problem. So tell yourself, train yourself to be committed in your marriage so that whatever you see in that marriage, you will know how to cope. You get it, right? Train yourself to be committed in your marriage. One of the things that is helping me right now in my own marriage is because I made this decision. I did not make it in isolation. I did not make it thinking that if I get married, there won't be issues. No, I made this decision because I know that it will help me, and it has been helping me. So the number one point, the number one way for you to manage your extended family and your in-law is to tell yourself from beginning, from the onset, that you are going to be committed in your marriage. That's number one. If you're a man listening to this video, do not say that it's only the woman that should be committed to the marriage so that the marriage will come. No. If you're a man and you want to get married, tell yourself also that you want to be committed to your marriage. My marriage will not be like my parents' own. If your parents' marriage were not, an exemplary marriage, tell yourself, I want to be committed in my marriage. That will help you. That will form part of your reason for getting married. You want to be committed in your marriage so that people coming after you will see your marriage and they are like, yes, this is the kind of marriage I want to see. So we have established number one, you want to be committed in your marriage. Then the second one that is also very important and crucial is for you to learn how to set boundaries. A lot of people think that when they get married, it's business as usual. No. Especially our men. They think that the way they used to behave, with their family is the same way they will start behaving or they will continue to behave when they get married. No, that's not true. That's not how it is done. Set boundaries, and not just boundaries, set proper boundaries. Boundaries that, of course, benefit everyone. Set boundaries. A lot of times, people think that setting boundary is cutting off. Setting boundary is not cutting off. Setting boundary means you tell everyone that, related to you or related to your wife. If it's the man, related to your wife. If the wife, related to the husband, you tell everybody, now I am married. These things that we used to do, we don't do them anymore. My husband and I, or my wife and I, have agreed to do so and so. Please, this is how we want it, and they will respect it. And when you are setting this boundary, don't do it in such a way that it's something that is flimsy, something that is just casual like that. You are not serious about it. No. You have to set the proper boundaries so that anybody coming into your home will understand how you want to run your home. You set that example. You set that pace. You show them how to behave. If you keep quiet, they will think that it's business as usual. Is it not this my sister? Is it not this my brother? I've been doing my brother like this. I've been doing my sister like this. Why will I not? They don't know. If you don't tell them, they won't know. You have to set proper boundaries. Very, very important. Let me give you an example. In my early years of marriage, we didn't discuss it. I have to tell you that. Yes, we didn't discuss. That's why I keep saying that. The thing that you did not know when you were getting married, or the things you did not talk about, when you now know, because marriage does not stop when you get married. It continues. And marriage has got different stages. So even if you did not know when you were starting, and you're already in the marriage, even if you understood the right thing, by the 10th year of your marriage, sweetheart, you have to correct it. You have to change it. And you don't just adjust or change it all by yourself. You tell your partner, see, this is what we have been doing, and I don't think this is helping us. Can we re-strategize? Can we change it? So now, coming back to my early year of marriage, nobody told us, like I said. So we just brought in people from my husband's side. And you know how it is now. Because you want to also please your people and also please your wife. So you are caught in the middle. Personally, I didn't find it funny because sometimes I feel my husband is taking side, especially when when his people are not doing things the way I want it to be done in my home. Have you seen it? Meanwhile, we didn't talk about this thing. Yes, we didn't talk about it. So my husband felt it's business as usual because these are people he has been taking care of. These are people that he has brought so close to himself, and he didn't. You understand? He didn't know that he was doing something that was hurting me. And it was a big challenge. Looking at it right now, I smile because I didn't know much. But now, you have the opportunity to get some of these things done right because you are now informed. If you are informed, there are some mistakes you are not supposed to make. Yes, if you are informed, there are some mistakes you are not supposed to make. Marriage is a union of both the man and the woman. So there's no point saying, is the husband that is supposed to do this one? Is the woman that is supposed to do this one? Or the wife that is supposed to do this one? No, you don't do like that. Another point that you should not joke with in order to manage your in-laws, your extended family, is do not promise what you cannot do or something you cannot continue with. Do not, because you want to impress somebody. You are now overdoing yourself. Now, when you now enter the marriage, especially those of you that want to get into marriage, when you now enter the marriage, you are now finding it difficult to continue with what you have started with. Have you seen it now? They are not thinking, this wife that we went to marry the other day, she has changed though. You did not change. It's just that you did not know. You thought you were doing the right thing by over-promising. So do not promise what you know you cannot continue doing. Or do not start doing what you know you will not continue with. Because there are some things we do thinking that you want to impress. Do not impress anybody. So you don't have to, promise what you know you cannot continue with. Marriage is for forever. Because you want to impress your in-laws, you now start behaving in a way that you know that you cannot continue with it. Of course, when you do that, you are creating problem for yourself. Then, for the man also, do not impress your wife people. Because whatever you show them is what they will be expecting from you. That's just how it happens. And the last thing I want to talk about is continue to learn. Another way to set boundary is when you continue to learn. Do not stop learning. Mingle with people that their marriages are exemplary. So that you can incorporate some of the things you are seeing as it suits your own marriage. Don't copy everything verbatim. As it suits your own marriage, whatever you see, and you think that it will suit your marriage, please go ahead. And there's no rule that says you cannot emulate what another person is doing. And I want to tell you that marriage is in stages. You cannot use the things you did in your honeymoon stage when you just newly got married. Honeymoon stage between year 1 and year 5, you cannot use that to go into year 6 to year 10. The same way, year 11 to year 15. Marriage, I've done a video, you might as well check it out. I'll drop a link to that video in my bio. Different stages in marriage. There are different stages. And at this juncture, I want to say something. A lot of time when people get newly married, especially now the Gen Zs, they will get married in the first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months into their marriage. They have carried ring lights. They have carried camera. They have started giving marriage advice. No, that is the honeymoon stage. What do you expect? That is the honeymoon stage when the icing is still on the cake. We are not saying that it will not continue like that, but what we are saying is that you don't have the skill yet to carry ring lights. Don't carry ring lights. Don't carry ring lights and carry your camera and you now start advising people that want to go into marriage or people that have been married, telling them this, telling them that. No, you don't have to do that because that is the first stage in your marriage. Of course, the honeymoon stage, nobody sees your flaws. Nobody talks about it. Both of you, the butterflies is still there. And I tell people, see, butterflies in your stomach. Remember, butterfly has a short lifespan. So be careful with that butterfly in your stomach. So, like I said, the 5th point, I mentioned it. I said, different stages in your marriage has got different ways of handling them. So, for that reason, remember to learn. And unlearn and relearn. If at any point in time you notice that things are not working the way you want it to, with your partner, you push to come back to the drawing board and tell yourself, this is what we have been doing. Don't see it working anymore. Let us change it. Let us be strategic. It is your marriage. You are the one to decide what happens in your marriage. In-laws, extended families, they can be managed. When you have the right information, you will know how to manage them. You do not use the method your parents used back in the days to run your home. You don't do that. There were things that you saw in your parents' marriage that you would tell yourself, no, I'm not going to do this. Even if your parents, because some parents will go to the extent of telling their children when they are about getting married what their sister-in-law, their mother-in-law, this person did, this person that, thereby balancing the minds of the children. When they go into marriage, they're already thinking of what their parents told them, so they want to fight back. Are you fighting your parents' battle? You don't have to fight your parents' battle, sweetheart. So the marriage is your own. So do you, so that at the end of the day, everybody will be fine. Everybody will be happy. Let your marriage be an exemplary marriage. Let your marriage be a union that people will look at and say, wow, if this is how marriage is, I want to get married as soon as possible. If this video has made sense to you, which of course I know it has, please give it a thumbs up. Share this video, like this video in the comment section. Let me have your thoughts. Share this video so that as many people as possible will get to see this video just as you have seen it. Go through this video one more time. Go through the point so that you will assimilate the points that I have mentioned. To my new subscribers, I say welcome. And to my OGs, thank you so very much for sticking by. I love you so very much. Turn on your notification button so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. I'll see you in my next video.